Alright, before we jump right into this video, I want to make it very clear that this is in no way, shape, or form an attempt at bashing consoles, but the point of the video is to just let you guys know and inform you guys who haven't been following this game closely that the reason that the game isn't released or doesn't have a release date yet is in part due to consoles. And not in the sense that consoles are too shit to handle this game or they're just terrible platforms, but in the sense that the process in which developers have to go through in order to get these games certified and released on those platforms is much more rigorous and involved than just throwing the game out there for PC or different operating systems on a computer. So a little over a month ago, over on the Friday the 13th The Game official forums, the developer Wes wrote up a very transparent article explaining what's been going on with the game's development and explaining why there's no solid release date yet when it seemed like the game was somewhat right around the corner from its release. Now, the information he put out there was very informative and really lifted the veil on what's been going on and what the holdup has been, and it's very easy to understand and relate to this information. Now, I'm not going to sit here and just read this directly to you and keep this up on the screen. I'm more or less going to elaborate on what it says, but I just figured you guys should have an idea of what my source is and know that it's reliable and not just something I'm making up off the top of my head. And I'm certainly aware that there are the dedicated fans out there who are already very well aware of this, but in searching around, it didn't seem like much people had gone and covered this information and shared it to people who are potentially interested, just having gone and done the research on their own. So here it is. So again, the holdup with consoles isn't necessarily that consoles are bad or consoles are terrible platforms to develop for. In a sense they are. But it's more or less the certification processes that need to be gone through to publish a game onto one of these platforms through Microsoft or through Sony. And the fact that it's an expensive, uncertain, time-consuming process. Now, this kind of stuff isn't a big issue for big AAA studios that produce these huge budget games that are set to clear millions and millions of dollars, but for an independent development studio like Gun Media, this can pose some serious hurdles to get over. So once the game is complete by the studio's standards, what they've got to go ahead and do is send it out to Microsoft and Sony for rigorous sort of certification checklists. And the catch here is they don't know what the game is going to be tested against, what criteria they need to meet, and also each different region has different checklists, so they need to meet all of these and pass all of them successfully before the game is given the green light to go on release. Wes uses Sony for an example and names 4 different regions, and each territory has a different checklist, and they don't know the criteria of any of those checklists, so they're essentially going in blind. So they may pass in one region and fail in another, and then essentially have to go through the entire process again. He also directly mentions some accommodations that they have to create for the Xbox and the Kinect, and they need to make certain features that utilize one of the processor cores, and this isn't something that they would need to do for PC or for Sony, so it kind of skews the entire project, but they need to meet these requirements or they can't pass certification. And again, for a small studio, this takes a lot of resources and isn't an inexpensive or short process. You can tell a bit in the tone of the writing that Wes and the developers are as, if not more, frustrated than the community for this game in the fact that they're not even able to give us a release date for it, and they really want to get it out to us, but they have all these barricades. He directly mentions in the article that none of them are happy or think it's funny to be going around saying early 2017, and they really wish they could give us a solid release date. As some people are pretty quick to point out, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world that this game just keeps getting pushed further and further away. It does give parts of the team the ability to develop and tweak features with the way they saw us use the beta and the way they saw us play the beta. Wes goes on and mentions that in the beta, the players generally played much faster than all of the developers anticipated, and it opened the door for them to make tweaks and changes that will overall benefit the balance of the game in its long run. For now, however, it is a wait on getting news that they did pass certification, and he says in that post that once they pass certification, the game is roughly 30 days from its release, so almost guaranteed to be at least a month from today and a month from every single day that goes by until they do pass certification. I will give an update on this channel as soon as that news goes out, and just like most of you, I am hoping for that sooner than later. I hope this information helped clear up some of your questions about the game and its release date, and if you'd like to check out the article yourselves, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Now, with all of that being said, I do want to take take a quick moment to thank you all for all of the overwhelming support I've received on these past couple of Friday the 13th videos. It's really exciting to see that there are so many of you out there who are also greatly looking forward to this game's release and playing it. Now, I've still got hours of stream footage to sift through and find good gameplays to upload to YouTube. Hopefully that'll help you guys hold yourselves over in the meantime. The rest of this gameplay isn't anything too fancy. I'm going to leave it for you guys, but Jason goes on to leave after getting stuck. I know there's not too much gameplay out there, so I'm going to let it run. Before I head out, I just want to give a quick shout out to Bomb9846. Not only has he given me some support on my Friday the 13th videos, but he also went ahead and created me some fancier channel art, so great respect for him. Thank you very much for that. If you want to check him out, he'll be in the description below. He's got gameplays of a bunch of different games on his channel, so you're sure to find something you'd like. But until next time, I hope you guys really enjoyed the rest of this gameplay, and thanks for watching the video. Waddle our way over to a location with a med kit. I'm surprised we just got out of there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, it's just, that was really close. If I jump out that window, I could potentially die. So, that's out of the options.
Oh,
come
fuck.
on. You
Who is that?
Yo, actually, if you want to take the gun here, I'll take the battery. I don't even know how to use the fucking gun.
I really hope this area hasn't been scavenged yet.
That makes sense.
Please, please, please find some first aid. Pocket knife, that's cool, but we're gonna need more than that.
Oh shit. Oh, we're in trouble. Shoot up! I was stuck.
I mean, there's a bug we could totally exploit and survive the whole night, but I'm not gonna make y'all sit here for 20 minutes and watch that. No luck on med spray, but we're gonna try some other locations. We're not gonna do too well up against Jason in our current state. We do have a pocket knife, but this is our movement speed right now. No running for us.
He's coming!
We have a good chance of finding some spray in here. It doesn't look like this area's been rummaged through yet. I think this is the bathroom.
Yo, where's gas usually at? Oh fuck.
Yo, there's gas over where I'm at. I always find so much spray when I don't need it. I don't think we're getting out of this one. What's he gonna do? I'm waiting for him to morph out here so we can run away, but I'm not too sure how he's gonna handle the situation. We have to go for it. Not too sure if he's stuck or what's going on there. I mean, it happens a lot when you're playing as Jason just after you finish an action, like chopping down a door, that you become immobilized. You can't use any of your abilities. You're essentially stuck in place. If that's the case, I'm going to go back there and check after using this med spray that I luckily found. And then maybe try to break him free, because it's not fair for him that he's just going to sit there. Don't get me wrong, I want to get away and stuff, I just don't want to be cheap about it. So what do you guys think? You think we should go back there and try to break him free? Yeah, I think he's still stuck there. What's up, Reversed? Are you in the chat? So that worked out. I wish he knew that I was gonna go back there and save him. But I guess he did get stuck. I think he would have taken us out if he didn't get stuck after breaking down the door, but we still made it out. We're gonna get your survival bonus, so that's a plus.